Good morning.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Nance. My name is Gilda,
I'm Nancy.
and we are two golden lady. Two. What do we call it?
Two golden
Nugget.
nuggets.
Two golden nuggets.
What did I just
Oh
say?
my goodness. Two golden nuggets. No, golden nuggets.
Two sassy ladies with golden nuggets.
Yes, two sassy ladies with golden nuggets. So I'm from New York, and Nancy here is from
Tennessee.
Tennessee. So you can see we've got very, very different accents. We've got very, very different backgrounds, but we are just two sassy ladies with golden nuggets. So uh, the purpose of this channel is to provide women with information during their third and fourth quarters. What does that mean? Well, as we get older, things change. We're not those same women that we were when we were 20 and 30 or even 40. We've learned a lot. We've been around the block a few times. We've raised children. Some of us are raising grandchildren. Some of us raised children who weren't even biologically ours. So Nance, why don't you give our audience just a little information about yourself?
Well, I am from Tennessee originally. That's where I get that Tennessee twang. Uh, I'm very family oriented. I have been into the health and wellness field for the past 30 plus years. I think that's what God put me here for, is to help people to embrace themselves and their individuality, but also to try and become the best that we can become physically and emotionally and in all the other dimensions as well.
Some of Nancy's not patients, but what would you call them?
I call them my peeps.
Some of her peeps who she works with are people who have had Parkinson's disease, and she just knows how to work with those folks. And they've got a lot of challenges, but Nancy's just an amazing pro with that. So me, let's see, Gilda. Gilda is from New York. And my favorite book is that I just found the other day at a thrift shop is It Ain't Sauce, It's Gravy. That's who I am. I was in the event planning industry, hospitality industry for 30 to 40 years. My husband and I had our own firm at one point. It was just a hell of a life. It was fun. I traveled the world. And I ended up in good old North Carolina. So it's where North meets South. And what do we say? I was, the brash girl from New York, and my friend Nancy here was the sweet Southern girl from Tennessee. And every once in a while, her Tennessee will come out, and a lot of times my New York will come out. But so we're here to just talk about stuff, right? Stuff we've gone through, stuff that other people have gone through, and stuff we're still dealing with and working through. This is real. This is real. We're not some foofy influencers. We are real. My favorite quote was from the Velveteen Rabbit about being real, and basically it's the horse saying, the rabbit saying, "What's real?" and the horse saying, "Real is when someone's poked out your eyes and your fur's been rubbed down to nothing, but you know you are loved," and that's what real is.
I
So
love that.
yeah, it's great. It's such a cool. I don't know. I even used it for my third wedding. But anyway, so we're here and we're going to talk, and it's all about women of all shapes,
Sizes and colors.
colors, religions, faiths. It's all about women learning, celebrating, and thriving because we're so hard on ourselves and we've worked so hard in our lives to maintain families, jobs, careers. And now it's our time to sort of spread our wings and fly a little bit and enjoy life. But also, it's important for us to pay it forward and to pass down to the younger women what it was like and how not to beat yourself up over silly things and now not to sweat the little things. But Nance, I don't know. Let's see. We got a great list of stuff. I don't know if you want to read a couple of them. The topics that we're going to talk about.
Well, and before I read that, One thing I've always said, because I'm sure probably most of us have encountered mean girls at some point in time, but you know what? Together we are stronger. Strong women working together can create a better life, a better world.
Absolutely. I just know that my time in the business world, in the corporate world, the men, it's the old boys club, and they helped each other. But the women notoriously did not.
Right.
And it just wasn't right. And it wasn't fair.
Yeah.
But we did it to ourselves. So that's something you ladies that are on the younger side, you take back and think about. Is there someone who maybe is 20 years younger who I can mentor?
Exactly.
And maybe that's a teenager. Maybe that's just a girl in college. Maybe that's a girl who's just trying to find her way, a young mother who is just trying to find their way. So think about that. I think that's a great point. We don't do the mean girl thing.
No.
We're
No
we're
mean
not mean
girls.
girls. Mean girls are not allowed, and
Nope.
that's a sign we should put together.
Yes.
Mean girls are not allowed. So if you're a mean girl, see ya.
Wouldn't want to be you.
Wouldn't want to be ya. All right. So what are some of our? We have some great ideas to talk about, and we hope that we can do this on a regular basis.
Yes.
Not going to commit to how often, but I hope we can do it on a regular basis.
Okay, so the first one is documents that every woman should know where to find. I know personally, I don't have a clue for quite a few of those. The second one is I wish someone would have told me about retirement.
Ah, I just retired back in October, and whew, it was tough. I went down a rabbit hole. I
Yeah.
really,
Yes.
I went down a rabbit hole, and it was really hard because a person like me, I had identified myself as my job for all those years, and I had great jobs and did fun things. And even my last jobs, I was an executive chef for a couple of years. I had my own restaurant, and I identified myself. And now all of a sudden, who am I? I don't know what the heck I am, who I am. How do I identify myself? I'm just the person who's at home. But we got through it, and now I'm like back to normal. I do a lot of stuff, and
Normal is relevant.
normal. Well, I'm busier now than I think I was back when I worked, but I'm having fun, and I always had fun in my jobs, but this is really fun. This is I know now's the time where I'm going to make a difference.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't think I'm ever going to retire.
no, no,
I love what I do. I like helping people to become as as well as possible to achieve total wellness. I stuttered all over that, but
and she's been working on me for 7 years. We're still not there, but that's a whole nother episode. That's a couple of episodes.
okay, so how to organize your finances if you're suddenly alone,
It's a big thing.
whether it would be from the death of your spouse or from divorce. You know, things happen. Questions to ask before elective surgery.
What would we talk? What do you think that's about? That's is it safe?
Yeah.
Is it really going to make a difference? What happens if something goes wrong? What's it going to cost?
Yeah.
Because insurance doesn't pay for elective surgeries
Yeah, they
sometimes.
Yeah.
So you got to really look into that. That's an important one.
It is
Where's
really.
my favorite one? Is it coming up? The heels.
When is it time to give up the heels?
And I got to tell you, man,
She still wears them.
I don't.
Do you
No,
not?
I don't. No,
Not at
no,
all.
not at all. I'm lucky if I put shoes on.
That's where I've been for a while.
Yeah, no, I gave my heels up a little while ago because I had to. And I'll never forget, Nancy, when my mother had to do it. And I thought, that's just the stupidest thing to worry about the heels. But I'm telling you, it's not. When you're used to wearing heels with pretty party dresses, now you can't and you look like, bleh. It's heels just make you feel, I don't know, made me feel feminine and just, it gave me that confidence. And it's hard when you give up your heels and the car keys. I remember when my mother gave up the car keys.
That's a
Oh,
big one.
that's a big one. That's a huge one. So these are things we want to talk about with, be honest
Yeah,
and have people be honest with us and tell us, what did it feel like for you?
exactly. Exactly. Um, makeup and hair, aging with grace and style.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot different, right?
It is, it is. And I've got to throw gumption,
Grace.
gumption, grumption, grumpy, grace and gumption in style. How to talk to your children about aging, death, and dying. That one's deep. That's tough.
That's a tough if you've ever had to be that one, and I was that one for my dad, where not only do you give them permission to go, but you have to tell them you're going to be okay, and it's horrible because such a big part of them is leaving you, and it's I can't talk about it.
No, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, no, it's been, and this show we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna
Yeah.
do all kinds of things.
The difference between a will and a trust.
We're gonna bring someone in to do that one because that's you. Everybody needs that from an attorney or someone who has the credentials, and we don't, and we won't ever give you guys information on stuff that we really don't know about. We'll bring someone in to do that.
Yes. We're good, but we're not experts on everything.
Right, right.
Okay, when and how to choose an assisted living facility. That's another tough one. What happens when your spouse asks for divorce after a long marriage?
And it happens.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one I'm very familiar with. Caregiver burnout and how to recognize it. I'm the poster child.
Well, and I actually, one of the jobs I've done down there is I was a caregiver. I had a couple of women that I would go in a few days a week and help out with, and I could really see that their people, their person, was just wiped out.
Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of thing that we'll also look into and give you resources. Hospice is really good
Yes,
about
they're great.
providing help, and it's hospice slash palliative care.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that the person necessarily is going to die tomorrow. It could be just someone who's just, it's not transition time yet, but their health is disintegrating, and you need, as the caregiver, time off.
Yeah. And they may be pretty healthy as far as physically, but their mental capacity has some major issues. And so there's a lot of different things that can happen as we age, but we want to be able to fight them with grace.
And talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier if you have a support
Yep.
person or support group. Everybody needs someone. We can't carry the loads by ourselves. We just can't.
No.
We may think we can because we're women, but really it's better if you've got some kind of support.
Well, and on that same topic, for the younger women, because we're in our 60s, but younger women who may be in their late 40s or 50s are in a very different position where they have aging parents that they have to deal with, but then they've got children that are still maybe teenagers or even younger. So they're in tough spots because when's it time for me? And when do I have time to just have time with my husband? Because relationships really take the brunt of it. So those are things that we'll be talking about as well.
Yeah. I love this one, spirituality and aging.
Yep. Yep. I remember my mother. I remember saying, I don't know who that woman is. That's not the woman who brought me up. That's a woman trying to get into heaven. But with my children, grandmas always love, it always looks like grandmas love their grandchildren more than they love their own children. And now I'm a grandmother. It's true. you Oh my goodness, I have a grandchild who lives with me and I fawn over her. I love her to death. And doesn't mean I didn't love my own children. I did. I was a great mother. But during that time, I had a career. I was traveling a lot. I mean, traveling the world. It wasn't just, to Charlotte. It was London. I'd go to London for 2 days. But, those are the types of things that we're going to talk about. And yeah, being a grandma.
And a whole lot more, I'm sure.
And a whole lot more. And we're gonna deal with the tough issues. We're gonna deal with the fun issues. There's one thing we're gonna do is we've got these questions that will maybe every show or maybe every other show or whatever that we're going to ask. And they'll be just for a couple minutes, but they're sort of thought provoking. Nancy, pick out your favorite question as an example. I know what my favorite question is. Well, I'll talk about my favorite question while you're picking.
Yeah.
So my favorite question is, if you could live anywhere, where would you live? Now, anyone who knows me knows I am a Star Trek fanatic. When I'm not feeling well, put Star Trek on. When I'm feeling stressed out, put Star Trek on. When I need to go to sleep, put Star Trek on. Well, where would I live? I would want to go into space. That would be my place. I'd love to go into space. What's your favorite question?
I want to go with you.
I
I like this one. What is changing in your life for the better, and then also for the worse? Um, for the better, overall, I am so blessed with amazing friends.
Yeah.
I really am blessed with really good friends that I always know are going to be here. For the worse, I'm in a time of a lot of not knowing. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of upsetting events. And as a caregiver for my aging mother, plus a wild 10-year-old, then life's interesting. But it still is changing. And I mean, I'm learning from it, even though I've already raised, these are number 7 and 8 on children that I've raised. But I'm learning. I'm learning patience. God's been working on that for me for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think for our first show, I think it's pretty good. We're at 17 minutes and 11 seconds. Anything else you want to add in? It's a joke. Oh yeah. So my background is I'm very Italian, and
Really?
really, yeah. And there was this woman who apparently came down to visit somebody in North Carolina or the South, and the woman said to her, "What religion are you?" And she said, "I'm Catholic." And the woman said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm Christian." I just thought that was funny. But the thing with the Catholics, and I will say, this is another sort of funny thing I saw. Catholics, Christians, and I've been to a lot of services. I mean, I love Baptists. I have a church I go to, Victory Baptist in Denver. It's all about the relationship with Jesus. Well, the Catholics, you don't talk to Jesus. You talk to, first you have your guardian angel, and if that person doesn't do it for you, you got saints, and every saint has a purpose. So if you're worried about your gallbladder, you talk to the saint who's saint of health. Your dog, you got Saint Francis. There's, every saint has a reason and has purpose, and if that doesn't work, you do your novenas. My mother used to do novena to Saint Teresa, the little flower. If that worked for her, great. But that doesn't work. You go to Mary. Well, the mother always knows what to do, but you don't go to Jesus. And it was just so funny to watch this comedian do this whole thing. It's just very different. And so my life has really changed a lot coming down here, where I thought I was in an area in Long Island. Everybody was such ethnicity, such a diverse ethnicities. It was great, but down here I've had to learn it's very different, and but it's been fun. It's been absolutely fun. Made a lot, a bunch of good friends, and slowly families starting to come down. But that's, that was sort of my thing. And but I'm your New York Italian little girl, and I make pasta.
She does it very well too.
Well, if anyone ever went to Rose and Daisy, the food was great. But yeah, so I hope everybody enjoyed the show, and
We'll see y'all again soon.
see y'all again.
Bye.
Bye.